And will this video be about, Philip? What kind of parts will we cover? What kind of technologies will we highlight in this video?
Yeah, we'll talk about everything about this key technology to actually fulfilling the idea of having programmable money, having decentralized currencies to enable us to exchange assets digitally over the blockchain. And we will talk about how that works and what the key technologies behind atomic swaps are. It's going to be very interesting.
So first of all, let's start with the problem. What kind of issues do we have right now? And the biggest problem is, of course, decentralized exchanges that everyone has to use. If you want to exchange value with me, or if you want to exchange value with anyone else, you need to go through exchanges such as Binance, Poloniex, Kraken, all other exchanges. Because for us to really achieve economic freedom, for us to really achieve open and free crypto industry where everyone is welcome, we cannot have this situation. We cannot be reliant on third-party providers and a trusted third party in order to exchange value. So that is the problem number one that we want to escape. The solution is, of course, that somehow we need to make it work. But there are many issues. There are many issues with trust, because how can I trust that I will receive my funds in Litecoin when I send you my funds in Bitcoin, if we really want to have cross-chain exchange? Somehow we need to make it work, and now we will be talking about exactly how that works.
So these are the actual steps that a atomic swap is taken through when we have two people, Alice and Bob, that want to transact cross blockchain. And of course, the important point here is that they don't know each other. They don't trust each other. This technology enables them to trade coins.
And finally, this is where I want to show you this article. Bitcoin has saved my family. And this is from the New York Times, guys. And when I read this article, as I told you, I really recognized myself, because this is basically how I felt living in Belarus. And this is how many people are feeling living in countries where the financial situation is not stable. He starts off by saying that in Venezuela, you have an inflation rate of 3.5%, guys. 3.5%. And that is a daily inflation rate. That is a daily inflation rate. That is not the yearly inflation rate as we normally speak about. That is daily. Each and every day you lose 3.5%. And the annual inflation rate for 2018 was 1.7 million %. Because obviously in Venezuela, speculation is not the main priority. For us in the Western world, we're here to speculate, because we're not really the users of crypto today. But in countries such as Venezuela, they really have a specific use case where crypto is used already today. And obviously, when you see all of this activity on local Bitcoin, it is not just Venezuelans sitting at their home, reading charts, doing technical analysis, drawing triangles, and then going to localbitcoin.com and buying or selling Bitcoin. This is not how it works. He goes on to describe the situation with the banks also. The fact that you cannot transfer more than $50 before they start asking you question. I don't remember where exactly it is in the article, but somewhere it says basically here, I can't change too many Bitcoins at once, though. The government doesn't monitor cryptocurrency transactions yet. Well, they don't have cash for chain analysis. Maduro doesn't have cash to buy professionals to monitor crypto transactions, but other states are obviously gonna be more efficient at that. And this is something that unfortunately, in my view, will happen. Namely, we're going to focus on the recent statement from Tim Draper, namely the fact that fiat is only for criminals while Bitcoin is the future. While crypto rules, fiat will be left in the dark and will only be used by criminals who despise transparency, who despise equal rules for everyone, who despise the fact that everyone will be able to be part of the global economic system without middlemen, without anyone who can control the money flows and just take rent as we have today. Want to discuss the fact that Tim Draper has been in the news and dropping some very, very heavy truth bombs on the mainstream. He was in Fox News and basically discussed why he's such a believer in Bitcoin, and he was very clear about the fact that Bitcoin is the future and fiat is only for criminals. Fiat is only for people who don't want to see a transparent world where everyone is playing with the same rules, where everyone has access to the global economical system. Also, he said the fact that, Bitcoin is more secure than the bank because you've had 10 years of success. You have had 10 years of success, people constantly trying to hack Bitcoin. There's always someone trying to get some free Bitcoin by hacking consensus, there's always someone trying to get around the consensus rules and trying to inflate Bitcoin to get free Bitcoin for themselves, and still no one has succeeded in 10 years. Obviously, this is the recipe for success when we're talking about a global economical system, without any middleman, without any central party. When it comes to banks, I mean, you often see breaches, you often see IT problems with banks, you often see ATMs stopping to work because there is some kind of outage in the banks. So definitely something to realize. And also I love this quote right here. When asked how much he holds, Draper provided a short response: a lot. Draper definitely holds a lot. If you're not in crypto, if you're not taking a bet on crypto, you're putting yourself in a very dangerous position. And I think it is just natural for funds and for other investment opportunities, for other wealth managers to think about crypto, because if they really care about their clients, they need to be thinking about alternative investments such as crypto. And this is good that we're seeing such discussions now, at least, because previously you had zero. Previously nobody was talking about it, and therefore it is finally amazing to see that people are waking up. And you remember that a few months ago you had all of this crazy talk about the fact that, you know, maybe we will see our first institutional investor soon. People were guessing all the time, when will they come? When will institutional investors finally put money in crypto? And just last week it happened, because the first pension fund actually invested in Pomp's fund. As you know, Pomp on Twitter, he's very active on Twitter. Definitely follow Pomp, and he's also one of the founders of Morgan Creek fund, and they got their first institutional investment from a pension fund, and it was as I remember, it was 40 million, and those 40 million are to be invested in blockchain companies.